trying to understand, some people might even think that because when you say you want to understand a situation, for example, if we take the example of Trump and I say, I just want to understand what makes Trump behave the way he behaved, people will consider it as uh, humanizing him, siding with him, or normalizing what he's doing, when that's not, what you're trying to do. So, the things that you've raised so many different questions in what you've said, because it not only touches on ideology, it touches on religion, it touches on culture, in terms of, culture and ideology. At some point, I don't even know where the line is. Um, so you will first, let's take it step by step so we don't get lost and confused in all of this. The first question you asked about universalism, if it's, like, if it's like a group of ideas that are suitable for everyone, or if there is like some kind of centrality of ideas. Let's just discuss that to start the whole thing. This book, in its entirety, is trying to explain that the way the world is today, mostly European dominated, in every aspect of our existence in the world today, is because it has been developed, designed like this. Like it didn't just occur, it didn't just happen fortuitously, it didn't just it's not something that happened naturally, like it was the natural course of events. No, it was something that was deliberately designed by people who were smart enough to develop some principles that should govern their society, with the aim of controlling other people. And first it was implemented on their own people, and then when they saw the fruit and the successes, and then they expanded it to other people around the world. That is the centrality of this book, and that's the whole universality or universalism thing, where, yeah, yeah. In terms of this being a group of ideas suitable for everyone, or centrality idea, yes, that's what this book is. This chapter we're talking about is like, in order for us to say something is universal, therefore acceptable across cultures and beliefs and everything, it must be objective. It must be scientific. And the only people who can do this, who have proven to do this, who are doing this, that's because that's the way to look at the world, is us, the European. That is the whole thing. If you want to be a civilized person, it means you must think critically. You must be scientific, understand, you know, uh, 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 certain things about the world, how to think and know and study the world, and learn about anything, and really, really improve and develop, so that you will take yourself out of the animal race, because human beings are animal, right? We are animals at the basics. We come from animals. So there's the only thing that separates humans and animals is usually said is the fact that we can speak, and also our intelligence. I don't even know, we really, that is another really topic, because even that can be challenged. But that is basically that what they say. That we, what? Yeah, that's basically what they say. That the only thing that separates humans and animals is that we can think and we can speak. So therefore we cannot come down to the level of animals, because we build things, we invent things animals don't, right? Therefore, if we remain at the level of animals, we are not civilized. We are just bestiality. We are just animals. But if we can think, create, and develop and speak, that means we can critically assess things. That means we are different now from animal. Therefore, we are civilized. We cannot kill each other, because animals will fight over food and anything like that, but we can discuss among each other and say, no, we can resolve this by talking, by doing this. Therefore, if we can do this, we are civilized. But if we cannot do this and just fight over anything, it means we are back to the level of bestiality. So that's usually the argument. So, and the only way to be like that is if you are a scientific man, if you are a critical man, if you are, a person who reflect, that also can be challenged, because there are so many times in the history of humanity where we have had wars. Animals don't have world wars. Even in our civilization, we build weapons that can destroy the whole world a billion times over. Animals don't have that. So who then is it civilized? So that, but that's another page. There's another debate there. But let's just stay with this in terms of, being civilized and the universality of ideas. So if I can study something in San Francisco and show that it has principles and rules that can be extrapolated, not only stay within San Francisco or the US, but can be extrapolated, replicated. Anyone can take the same thing that I've done in San Francisco, use the same conditions, the same principles and everything that I use in San Francisco, and replicate that in Bombay, Mumbai now in India, or Beijing, or anywhere in the world, will have the same result. Therefore, it's universal. So that now goes beyond culture or anything, because it can be replicated if you use the same conditions, the same context. So, and that would be called science. So science does not know culture, science does not know the ideology, science doesn't know all of these things. Science is neutral and independent. So that is the whole thing. And then the European developed that and say, in order for that now to be a universal way of being, this is how we define it. We define it this way. We assess something, we critically do it, we test it, we do this and we do that. Then when we have this answer, then it's universal. And we are the one creating it. So therefore, our ways of doing it, are the universal ways. If you do it differently, then you're retrograde. You must do it the way we do it, because we tested it. We developed things and we tested it over time. So therefore, everyone must think like that. So now, you in Asia or in Africa or anywhere that had a different way of thinking, of doing or behaving, now will be pushed back to the uncivilized realm, because you didn't create anything, you didn't invent anything. Anything you created or invented actually is based on the principles and theories that were taught to you by the Europeans, whether you're in Asia or in Africa, anywhere. Therefore, those are the universal principles that you've been using to create anything that you create. So that is where it will then be called as a group of ideas that are suitable for everyone, because now we're using the computer, we're using the phone, we can travel on the plane, we can do anything. All of this came from the European way of thinking and developing and creating things to facilitate life and everything. And all those people who create things like that now control how other people think or behave, because we need to be in line with that way of doing if we want to prosper, because that is civilization. Civilization is the creation and the building of new technology and different things that set us apart from animals who've always been the same forever and never evolved. So that is another very complicated thing.